Hi everyone and welcome back to our next video. Sport is good. That is the working hypothesis of these videos, and it's the golden thread that we are trying to weave through each one of the videos and the discussions that we have. And it's a point that is demonstrated perfectly in the video, which if you're watching is on the screen. If you're listening in podcast audio form, then I'll describe it. This is a gymnastics routine by American gymnast Caitlin Ohashi, and it went viral in 2019. The reason for its popularity was largely because of the utter joy on the gymnast's face as she executes this routine. The whole routine is marked with smiles and laughter as she flips and tricks her way about this square, but not just joy for her. Joy also for her teammates who join in with parts of the routine on the sidelines and who are with it, completely captivated. Mirror neurons are firing all over the place as they copy her routine. And not just them, but also the enthusiasm of the crowd as they clap and they cheer along. The whole room is captivated by this joyous performance. But the really significant thing is not the joy. The really significant thing is that this routine scored 10 out of 10. The point being, sport is good, it is marked with joy, and that this routine demonstrates that that joy does not have to come at the cost of performance. In fact, it may well even, and I believe it does, drive excellence and drive performance. So, how can we, as coaches and as athletes, make sure that we get this tricky balance right? Sport is good and joyous and all that. Yeah, great. But how can I have that and also have high performance? I think it's useful to have a benchmark, a bit of a model to go back to. All models are wrong, but some are useful. And as coaches and as athletes, I think it's useful to have that touch point. And that's where this 3D Institute model comes in. Again, it's on the screen for those of you who can see it. For those of you who can't, what is on the screen is a 3D pyramid broken into 3 sections. Now, the first section, or the first dimension, is the physical. We are in sport. As coaches and as athletes, that is the physical, is the bit that we have to pay attention to first. It is strength, power, fitness, speed, quickness, technique, repetition, tactics, skills. It's the ability to move in the way we need to move to achieve the things that we want to achieve. We have to pay attention to those first, but we have to understand what those things are. Do we know everything we need to know about that dimension? It's a checkpoint. It's a question. It's a diagnostic tool for you as coaches or as athletes. Are you paying attention to each of the things that you need to within that zone? Now, about 80% of coaches and athletes only really pay attention to this area. There may only be 20% of you out there who actually go into the next level, the middle section of this 3D pyramid, which is the mind, the psychology. So motivation, confidence, the understanding and mastery of emotions. Team cohesion, if we run a squad or a team, or if we're part of that, and also goal setting. These and other elements of psychology are areas which, as an athlete, we need to understand for ourselves. We need to have worked through for ourselves. What are our motivators? Where do we draw our confidence from? And what might strip our confidence away? How do we master and manage our emotions? But as coaches, we need to be doing this for the athletes or with the athletes that we work with and serve. We also, as coaches, need to work through all of this stuff for ourselves. We cannot be a guide to a land that we've never visited. But then the last part of this 3D pyramid, the top bit, the capstone, if you like, the bit that finishes it all off, is this deeper executive center that we've spoken about in previous videos, the heart, the will, the spirit. These areas are crucial to understand and then master and manage for ourselves. And these are our identity. Who are we? Our character. What are our characteristics? Sport will form us. But if we don't manage our character and understand how sport is forming us, then we might turn out to have characteristics formed by sport that we never wanted. We'll speak about that on a future video. Our significance, our self-worth, our values and our value system, what we stand for, are important things to understand as athletes and as coaches so that we can navigate this world of sport. Because it is these things that are so deep within us that we need to make sure that they are at the heart of what we do. If we understand our identity, if we've developed our characteristics, if we know our values and what we stand for, we are then capable of the joy that we see in the gymnastics routine that we've just seen, or that you're about to go away and Google. So that 3-part or 3-dimension 3D pyramid model is a touch point for us as coaches and as athletes. If we can understand all of those things, if we can work through them for ourselves, we can have joy and also high performance. But the whole pyramid stands on another element, and that is an element that we'll discuss in the next video. So I hope to see you back here for that soon. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to know more, please click any of the links in the description below. And if you want to either work one-to-one with me or have me come out to your sports club, business, or sports organization to work through some of these principles with you so that you can flourish and thrive in a sport that is good and also perform at a higher level, then please do get in touch, and I hope to hear from you soon.